Hey everybody, welcome to Scotty's Record Shop on YouTube, video number 3. This one I hope to spark a little bit of conversation, um, get a couple threads going. Um, Subject has to do with albums that are not yet on CD for whatever reason. Um, Now, there are a lot of country albums, um, a lot of blues albums, some jazz albums that are definitely wonderful albums that are not on CD yet for whatever reason. I really want to focus on this video for me the pop and rock stuff, and have some kind of interesting ones. Some obvious and some maybe not so obvious. First one I'd like to start off with is a Beatle album. Um, this is on CD, but it's not. It's one of those there's a lot of unofficial recordings or pressings of this. Uh, Live at the Hollywood Bowl. A great record. Um, but for some strange reason, Columbia has not Columbia, but Capitol probably is never going to issue it. They were going through that the Columbia album stuff several years ago, and my hopes were up, but they stopped. And yeah, some of the sounds. I mean, they were using the original um, Capitol mixes, which yeah. But that was the stuff that I had when I was a kid. There are other Beatles stuff, Beatle albums, comps, um, rarities, rock and roll, love songs, uh, 20 greatest hits. What was the other one I could think of right off the top of my head? Real music. All of them you can get on CD, but they're not official. They sound good. It'd just be nice to have them on CD. Lord knows the Beatle fans would pick them up just like that, I'm sure. The next one, I just don't get it. I don't know why this album is not on CD. Highly collectible. I, again, have a copy of it on CD. My copy, the rumor has it that the copy I have came from a safety, a Japanese safety or something off of DAT. And it does sound really, really, really good. But to get a nice official copy of this would be nice. Buckingham Nicks, their very first record on Polydor, right? Yeah, Polydor. Uh, this is a fantastic record. There's no reason for this to not, for this reason to not be on CD. It's not like Fleetwood Mac isn't popular. I guess we can just hope and wait and see on this one. Another really popular, turned out to be really popular in the 70s. Started recording in the mid 60s. Bob Seger. There are several albums of his that are not available on CD. This is one of them that came to mind. I don't have the album. I actually have a CD of it, but this was pressed off of vinyl. It doesn't sound bad, but the album Brand New Morning. Bob Seger just with a piano and guitar primarily, no other real instrumentation. I really like this album. It was issued on Capitol in 1971. Really kind of a hard album to find, and I don't think that it has ever been. I'm not sure if like Smoking OPs back in '72, Bob Seger 7. It seems like other than anything before Beautiful Loser is really difficult to find. I think Ramblin' Gamblin' Man has been out on CD officially, but other than that, a lot of his earlier stuff. I like this collection because not only does it have the Brand New Morning album, but it also has his early singles too, from '65 with The Lost Herd, 65 through 67-ish or so. Some interesting stuff that really should be out, but isn't. Next one, it came out and it didn't come out. Billy Joel's first album on this was on Family Records actually. The pressing that you all can buy at the record store at your local CD place is on Columbia, and it's a remix reissue, edited. It's not the same album. It is, but it's not. This copy. This is an actual copy. There are a lot of bootlegs of this floating around, but my copy actually is an actual copy, I believe, um, of Cold Spring Harbor. Um, uh, you Can Make Me Free is a much longer version, different mix. It's a great album. If you're a Billy Joel fan, it's something that you really should try to get a hold of. And I haven't seen this even bootlegged very much at all. Um, so hopefully, maybe someday that'll come out on CD, the original mix of it. This last one I'm showing you is kind of a catch-all. It's a Simon and Garfunkel album, but it kind of represents all those mono albums that came out in the 60s that never have made their way to CD. This happens to be a mono copy of The Sound of Silence. You can tell that it's mono by the catalog number, and also looking here, it's mono. One of the big albums of theirs, Bookends, which was just a fantastic record, has been bootlegged, or unofficially, I don't like throwing the B word around too much, but unofficially released on CD. It was one of those Dr. Ebbett deals, I believe. Sounds great, but boy, it's not like this stuff wouldn't sell. Let's look at the Bob Dylan box set of mono albums. Wonderful. The Beatles, of course, with their mono box set, fantastic. It would sell. It's just, I don't know. From my understanding, in the case of all that Simon and Garfunkel stuff, Simon apparently just doesn't have that much of an interest of you guys getting the mono versions of that stuff. It's too bad. It sounds really good. Well, anyway, with this video, I hope that you guys can think of some other pop or rock albums from the 60s, 50s even, that really deserve a CD release. Even though we kind of, this is about vinyl, but if you don't make a video, maybe you can stick a note underneath this video. Just let me know what if I've missed something. I'm sure there's tons of stuff. Like I said, country and blues, so much of that's missing. But anyway, I guess I'll leave it at that for now. But until next time, everybody, peace and love.